Previous time we studied about the trim and split command in the operation. Therefore, in today we will learn about boundary and extract from this menu. Is the operation icon menu in the CATIA program. First one is for about boundary. Boundary, this is a command to extract the edge of a surface or solid shape as a curve element. Take the following sketch as an example. For doing it, I will make this kind of boundary by myself. You should go to the XY plane and go to the sketch workbench. Click the XY plane and go to the XY sketch workbench, and by using this menu and making this and this for explaining for about boundary. Of course, in this case, the spline can be made in this case, and this one, and this one. Therefore, the boundary should be made in this case, and by using fill menu in this part, the fill curve can be made from it. And next one, we should translate it into the x direction, or I think x direction maybe. Therefore x axis and 50 millimeter far direction element should be here, and this is x, not x, but y component, I think. 50 millimeter. Oh, z, I think z. How about z component? 50 millimeter is full enough? Oh, I don't think so. 100 millimeter far from it, and we can make some by using this we can make some that is z direction and reverse direction, and this is 100 far from it. Preview. Okay, then this part can be made like this. And if you click boundary in this case, click firstly overall, we should click boundary menu is placed in this part, and if you click this one and okay, and if we click this one, boundary can be made. Okay, this can be useful for some case to make some other things like this. And in this case, if the surface should be hide all surface, then only boundary can be made like this. This is for about explanation over here. In this case, if you click okay, once again show all surfaces, and if we click boundary once again, click boundary and this part, then if you hide all the surfaces from this operation, then this part can be made. Only boundary can be made from this operation. This is about the explanation of boundary in this case. Another thing is extract. Extract is the command to extract a sub-element from a 3D shape like this. When clicked, the following definition window select this and select an element to follows. For the well understanding about it, I will give you a practice by myself to show all surfaces, and if we click the extract is this icon, and if we click the extract and select it like this, this is the color should be changed from to green, and then you can make this change the color to this like this, and when you can check that the face to extract is selected in the definition window below, and using this the following results can be obtained. If you hide the shape, only the following will appear on the screen. Therefore, if you of course hide the shape. Next one is for about transformations features like this. In case of the icons of transformation from here, if we select the translate from here, translate, if this command is used to move the shape when clicked the transformations, then the following definition window appears, and select the shape to be moved and input the movement distance. Therefore, I will show you in case of transformations icons. In this case, the first one is translate. If translate is clicked and all of the shape is selected, and in case of direction, if you choose direction to X direction and 100 or 200, if you select the Y direction, this is translated in the Y direction like this, and if you change the Y direction to Z direction by mouse numbers, then this can be translated in this case. Cancel. X, Y, Z. Therefore, point to point is used to move the shape from point to point. And when selecting the coordinates, set the X, Y, Z. Okay, transformations icon have some distance direction. Point to point can be point from this point and this point, and from coordinates, in case of x00 z direction 100 should be selected in this case z, and if this is 0 millimeter and y distance should be 100, then it can be translated in this case. This is the difference between coordinate and distance. Next one is for about rotate. If a rotate command is used, you can use it to rotate the shape. When click the rotate button in the operation, then the following definition windows appears. Therefore, select the shape and the reference axis to rotate and input the angle we can rotate and by using rotate button. If you click the black arrow from this one, and if you click this one for rotation, and axis in case if you click y direction, and rotate, the angle should be 450 millimeter, then 50 degree, then rotation can be achieved from this one. If you select it to the Z direction, then this can be like this. You can freely rotate the product by using the rotate command like this, and rotate degree as you want. Next one is for about the symmetry command like this. If the symmetry function is used, then when constructing a symmetrical shape, then the symmetry can be made from this case. When clicked, the following definition window appears, and at this time, select a symmetrical shape and the symmetrical plane. Based on the symmetry plane, the following symmetrical shape can be obtained from symmetrical plane. Therefore, in this case, some plane should be needed. However, it can easily symmetrically generated from symmetry reference. In this case, if you select this one, symmetry can be made in this case. However, if you make some another plane, new plane please, and offset from plane, and this, if you select this one to this one, and if you select made the new one, and if you click the symmetry part, and if you click the reference in this reference, you can symmetrically make some another product like this. I will show you again. If you made some new plane from the reference over here, and if you made this new plane, and click the symmetry part in the operation icons, and select this one for reference, then new symmetrical product can be made in this case also. This is for about the explanation of symmetry, as you know. Next one is for about scaling part. Scaling is the function to use to change the size of a shape. Scaling is magnifying or minimizing if we want. When selected, the following definition window appears, and the shape is adjusted to the desired size and the plane specified in the definition window as follows. Therefore, if you select change this one to scaling, and if the scaling factor or scaling ratio should be number 2, and the element should be made in this part ratio, and reference should be made to XY plane. If the ratio is 5, this is magnified to the XY plane in the 5 line in this case. However, if this should be, if this should be YZ plane, then this should be enlarged in YZ plane, and if you select that is ZX plane, the scaling can be occurred in this case. This is like this example. This is for about scaling. And next one is for about affinity. If affinity, this function is to use to adjust the size in 3 directions simultaneously. When the following definition window appears, click element, select the origin, plane, and axis, and then adjust the scale factor for each axis. We can give to the scale factor to the 3-dimensional part, and you can give to the ratios of it. The origin and the result of change size 3 to 2 in case of 3 to 2 by using Affinity menu, cancel please, and by using next one is the Affinity menu. Then if you select this one and 3 to 2, then Affinity can be made. And if you change it to number 2, then exactly second times scaling can be made from this Affinity menu. That is right. Cancel please. And next one you can use to the axis to axis definition. If you select element and reference to the create axis system and origin, create point the origin, okay, and x-axis to the create line from point to point direction, point and direction should be aligned point to direction. Point should be made from this one or this one, and direction can be made to this one. Okay, x-axis, y-axis is like this one, and z-axis is this one. Some error can be occurred, therefore if you select the x-axis from here and hide show initial element and some axis system and the other axis system, preview some new is multi output axis to axis transformation can be made from this one. Okay, this one is for above axis to axis transformation in this case. However, in this case the axis to axis is not commonly used in CATIA design. Therefore next one is for about extrapolate. Extrapolate is the function, this function extends the length by extrapolating the length based on the selected point. Take the following shape as an example. Maybe in this case, if you click the extrapolate button from here, and if you select this one for boundary and if you click the length to 50 millimeter and extrapolate extrapolated this one. Oh, this one should be lengthened much cases. I want to cancel and just try it again. Boundary should be here. Okay, boundary should be we cannot extract boundary. Extract this part first and select the extrapolate and boundary in this case and 100 millimeter and extrapolated to this one. Then extrapolate is ejected. And cancel, if we click cancel and extract this one and select the extrapolate and click the boundary in this part and extrapolate it. If we change it to 100, then a boundary can be enhanced in this case like this. That is the full about explanation for about extrapolate. And next one, I will develop shape. Unfold command means as shown in the following figure is command to spread disassemble the assembled surface shape on the reference plane, and when selected, the following definition is occurred, and origin is the unfolding center exists on the surface, and direction is the unfolding direction, and target plane selected the unfolding plane. Origin, direction, and a window appears to select the element to be decomposed as follows. That is the developed shapes command. However, this kind of developed shapes is not commonly used in CATIA design. In my case, yeah, it is not commonly useful menu. Not commonly useful menu, I think. And therefore, about transfer. Transfer means if it is a function of projecting from an existing position to be desired position according to the shape. To explain this function, the following surface is taken as an example and sketch the circle of the plane like this on the surface. In the following definition window, select the surface to unfold and unfolded surface respectively and select the plane circle. However, this transfer command is not commonly used in CATIA program. Check the unfold selecting value in this dialog box, and you can see the circle is moved to this one surface as follows. That is for the explanation of transfer. And next one is the last one, that in case of develop. In case of develop, if this function is used to develop the shape on the curved surface of the rotating body, after clicking the sketch in the definition window below, click the surface to be moved. In case of this one is some like the cartoon of Mickey Mouse. However, enter the setting menu, the value in the following definition windows, and you can check the developed sketch as a result of the following. This can be developed in the surface like this. That is for about the explanation of the develop. However, it can also be not useful, not commonly usable command. in my thought, in my opinion. Today, in this case, this is a summary of the study that I'll making the explanation of this symmetry, split, boundary and extract, operation, joining, scaling, untrim, transformations, rotate, symmetry, scaling, affinity, extrapolate, developed shapes, and so on. That's a summary of my class in this case. And as you know, see, from now I'm just about to finish from now, and see you next time with a smile. Bye everyone. Thank you for watching today. Thank you.